so confused with my camera. I can't even tell you. It is doing backwardsy, weird stuff. Like I have no idea what's going on. We're just gonna roll with it. We're gonna see how it goes. And my tripod is like not holding anything, and yeah, today's gonna be awesome. That's all I can say. It's gonna be amazing. So, hopefully I can make this work. It's just gonna be a thing. Hi, Mary Jane. I do not know what's going on with my camera. Like, I'm really sorry. Okay. We're just gonna start anyways. We're gonna roll with it. We're gonna hope it works. So I have some Sweet Sentiment coloring paper here. This is our craft coloring paper. Shed a little more light on the subject. And this is just a corner punch from Creative Memories. See, to me it looks sideways. Is it sideways to you, Mary Jane, or is it normal? And it's just my stuff being weird. Hey, bestie. So, I have not been able to do a live for like a long time because I have had bronchitis. Hi, Shirley. And it has been quite the adventure. So I may still be coughing, and for that I apologize. But we're gonna see how it goes. I cannot believe how messed up this camera is. It's so weird. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's all very backwards for me. So you guys are just gonna have to help me stay on screen. That's just what we're gonna have to do. Okay, so I have a stack of our flowers all here. And some of these are 3D flowers, some of these are just 2D flowers. And I figured that we would stamp and color some flowers because I'm supposed to host Easter at my house, and I got Easter baskets for everybody. And so I'm gonna make name tags for the Easter baskets. So yeah, here with allergies. I hear allergies are crazy bad this year. So there's that. So I'm just gonna like randomly choose a flower. I want to start with a daisy because it's really simple to do, and we will go from there. So this is Sentimental Susan. And how do I want to do this? I think I want to do it this way. I'm going to use the smaller one. Are you guys all ready for Easter? Anybody doing the Easter thing? I'm going to stamp it like that. guess I should get out my ink pad too, huh? Probably pretty helpful. Is this video all sideways for you, Sandy? Like, is it all wonky? Because it's straight wonky for me, so. Then I'm gonna grab my chamois. My chamois is really icky. Means it's well loved. Spray it with some water so I can clean off my stamp. And then I use the dry side to dry off my stamp. And then I put it back on the carrier sheet. And I throw it back in the package. I'm gonna pull this off of here. We're gonna start with our first coloring. Again, apologies for the coughing. So, I have one of our new pencil holders here. And I have my Faber-Castell Polychromos in here. And I also have my Luminance pencil. This is my favorite white pencil. It makes me super duper happy. So I've just grabbed some colors that I thought that I would be using. And I need my pencil sharpener. So I'm gonna start with some darker yellows in the center of this daisy. I was gonna try, oh, there we go. I was trying to figure out where I should put this to be able to zoom in. So when you're coloring with pencil, you need to color in layers. And I'm gonna start by nice, easy, soft coloring in circular motion. Notice how far back I'm holding the pencil. You also want to use very, very light pressure. At this point, I'm not really even using any pressure. I'm letting the gravity just work for itself. And then the super light yellow in the center and around the edges of these. So these are going to be like really quick coloring. So I'm probably going to leave these pencils out. So I can color quickly. Are y'all still here? So notice I'm grabbing the pencil a little bit closer to the tip now, adding a little bit more pressure. Same with this one. Overlapping the previous area that I have colored. And notice how much more vibrant that gets. Oh, good. Thank you, Mary Jane. Makes me feel like I'm not all by myself in here. Okay, so now we're going to go to layer 3. And layer 3 is going to be my burnishing layer. So I'm holding it much closer to the tip of the pencil. Still working in circular motions. Hey, Adriana. You always want to make sure you have a very sharp tip on your pencil. Shirley, you're being awfully quiet over there. What you doing, hun? I just went to the store today to get stuff for Easter. because I just realized, hey, big sister, because I just realized that this weekend is Easter, and I didn't really realize that before now. So, the stores were like all picked over, and I mean, it was crazy. It was absolutely insane. There were people everywhere, which I'm not a fan of. Just saying. Okay, so again, I'm gonna hold the pencil further back, add some shadowing on this. You can probably hear my 3D printer in the background printing. Even though I'm holding my pencil very far back, I am still using those circular motions as much as possible. Hey Joy, hey Kelly, thank you for joining me. As you as you can tell, I'm still not better, but I really missed you guys, so I wanted to come on and do a live and color these tags for the Easter baskets that I'm making for my family. Okay, then I'm gonna use my favorite, this is my favorite pencil. You can tell the texture of it is just so different. Hey Mama, what are you doing? I'm coloring tags for the Easter baskets I made. It's so funny when you go out because nobody's realizing that this weekend is Easter. I feel like everybody is being caught off guard. Thank you for commenting, Joy. I'm having a really hard time with this live right now. Number one, because I'm coughing and I don't feel good. But number two, my camera is being super duper wonky. And so I'm hoping that this is showing the right direction for you guys. But for me, on my computer screen, it's sideways. So Easter will be in May. So in real life, this is up for me, and this is where I'm sitting. But on my computer, I'm sitting over here, and on my phone, I'm sitting, oh my gosh, over there. Yeah. So it's definitely very confusing for me today. I don't know why my phone didn't flip around properly or whatever, but that's what I'm contending with right now. I may or may not do a live on Easter because I will have Easter dinner here at my house, which Easter dinner we do what we like to call dinner. And we have dinner at like 1 p.m. And so I'm not doing anything major, but we just kind of threw it together last minute because, like I said, nobody realized it was Easter this weekend. I know. I remember you saying that. Lives have been really wonky. I wonder why that is. Sandy was here, but nobody's really answered my question if this is showing right side for them. So I'm just rolling with it and hoping you guys aren't hurting your neck by straining sideways trying to watch what I'm coloring. Again, this is my third layer. So this is my burnishing layer, so you can see the difference in the petals. I just now saw your first comment. Sandy, that's the only comment that says, I am here talking. That's the only comment I've seen from you. So, my lives are super duper wonky, apparently. Okay, so I'm just going to show you some ideas. Like, I'm not going to make all of these, but I want you guys to be able to get some ideas on what you can do. So this is our hive flower stencil. Grabbing out some of my other stencils, but some of them are super top secret and you're not allowed to see them. It's our water mandala. This is our lovely mandala. Woodland mandala. This one's regular mandala. Celtic circle. Got some special edition ones. This one's Let's Rock. Manly mandala. I think that's all I'm gonna pull out right now. Okay. So I think on this one, I actually want to use that. So after I pulled all of these out. Okay. Nope, I changed my mind. I have used the heck out of this water mandala stencil. Let me just tell you. The absolute heck out of it. Okay, so I have Rustic Wilderness and I have Mowed Lawn. Can you guys see this? You really got to tell me if I'm off screen because I really can't tell. Yeah, the craft cardstock is super duper amazing. Hi, Nicole. So I'm going to start with Rustic Wilderness, and I'm just going to like kind of put my finger over the white because I'm not being too awful careful on these. I want them to just be, you know, just kind of fun and organic, and I can wipe off that white from the pencil. This is Mowed Lawn. Just adding a little bit of color, not a lot, but something to make it a little more spring-like. I'm gonna peel that off. Ooh, how fun is that? And then I'm gonna grab a tissue. And I can just rub that oxide ink directly off of the white. And then I'm gonna go in and do another layer of the white just to be sure. I mean, I could mask that off and stuff, but to me, it's just easier to kind of touch this up. Okay, so since my mama's here and she's watching, this first tag will be for her. So I'm gonna grab my white gel pen and I'm gonna grab my handy dandy ruler. And generally what I like to do is take a little piece of tape and tape this down so that it doesn't move around when I'm writing. Okay. And then I'm gonna line this up with one of these lines. Now I could write this in white or black or, you know, anything really, but I chose to use my white gel pen. And I'm gonna get it started here, which may or may not be a great idea. I have to concentrate really hard on this. And there we go. There's the first tag done for my mom for her Easter basket. So I'll set that aside. And let's make another. I have 10 Easter baskets in all, so we'll see how far we get. So let's choose, how about this Sweet William? My dad really likes Sweet William flowers, so let's go that direction. And I don't know if you guys know, but we have these glue holders in our shop. And I like to use the glue holders for like my essentials. So they're really fun to hold on your desk. I mean, yes, you can put your glue in them like that, but I like to use them for essentials. So that's what I keep reaching for, in case you're wondering. All right, so I'm gonna grab the Sweet William. And you guys are being super quiet. Hey, Amanda. Mom asked Dad what his favorite color of Sweet Williams are, so I can color this for him. Unless you know off the top of your head. Hi, Tammy. Again, I'm going to grab my chamois, wipe that off. Joyce. You guys are all popping in here live. Okay, so now we're going to color the Sweet William, and we're just going to go with orange because my mom hasn't answered yet. So that's a thing. So I'm going to start with like a yellow, and no, I'm going to start with an orange and work myself into yellow. That's what I'm going to do. Uh-oh, I see an angry face. Is somebody angry? Oh, I just broke my pencil. I hate it when that happens. Okay, so again, my first layer is going to be really light, next to no pressure. Are the comments still working? I feel like the comments aren't working because Sandy said she was trying to talk and I don't get anything. I always have to remind myself to hold my pencil further back. Hi, Amanda. Thank you for commenting. I love this craft paper. It is. You need my stitch ring. We are here. Cute little floral. Thank you guys for commenting. That means a lot to me, actually. Amanda, this spring is from Enzo Rings. Excuse me. These are 2x3, so they're a little bit smaller than ATC size tags. Tammy, thanks for asking. I am not doing great. I'm better. They put me on prednisone, so it's helping, but I'm definitely not there. I did not sleep at all last night. So check this out. I went to bed at 9:30, okay? Which is pretty normal around here, between 9 and 9:30, something like that. Went to bed and started reading my book. like I normally do. Going back to my first color, adding my middle amount of pressure. So I started reading my book. I was about 2/3 of the way finished with this book that I was reading. And I read until about 12:30, 12:45-ish. And then I kind of dozed off. I woke up at like 1:45 and I could not go back to sleep. So I tried reading some more. Because usually reading makes me tired. That's why I read so much. It's the only thing that makes me fall asleep. And so I started... Thank you. So I started reading at about 1:30-ish. And I read until like 2:45. And then I dozed off a little bit. And I woke up at like 3:15. It's about a half an hour later. And I was like, oh my gosh. And all I could think about was like stuff I needed to do for Easter and stuff I needed to do for Sweet Sentiment and emails I needed to send and, you know, you just can't get your brain to shut off kind of thing. So then, I know, right? Terrible. So then I went and I gave up and I came and went like out on the couch. And I figured I would just sit and read and maybe try to meditate a little bit or something, anything to get some more sleep. And so I sat there on the couch and read until just about 4 o'clock, and I dozed off. And I was blissfully sleeping at 4:30 when my husband came in and turned on all the lights. And that woke me up. Hi, Marianne. I was talking about my night of sleep last night. Or my night of non-sleep last night. So he was like, go in and go to bed. I was like, okay. So I went in and I laid back down in bed, and it's like 4:30 at this point, and I just can't fall asleep. So I start reading again. Now, mind you, I finished the one book and I'm now like 1/3 of the way through another book. So yeah, that was a thing. So I don't know how much sleep I actually ended up getting last night, but let me tell you, wasn't enough. Promise you that. So my guess is that the prednisone is keeping me awake. That would be my guess. Which is to be expected. But it's helping me not cough. So I think in this case, I'd rather just read a whole bunch of books and not sleep than to be coughing like I have been for the last 5 weeks. Because I'm really over this whole coughing thing. It's been pretty brutal. You can ask Joy, because she's called me several times to check on me and been like, yeah, okay, so I'll just do the talking and then let you go. Because I literally could not talk without choking. And poor Sandy, we had to have like some business discussions and meetings, you know, like you do when you own a business together. And she's like, oh my God, just spit it out because I can't even understand you because you're coughing so hard. It's so bad. So I've been saving my voice for this live. Oh, and then they gave me an inhaler, like one of those albuterol inhaler things for when I have like the coughing attacks. And I don't know anybody else has this experience, but it makes me super duper shaky. I mean, like, I'm not making fun of Parkinson's, but like Parkinson's style shaky. Like super duper shaky. So that's wicked fun. I'm just a mess, you guys. But hey, I'm still here and I'm still kicking, so there's that. It does? Does it do that to you, Mary? Good. Then I'm not the only one. Because I often say I have very weird ailments, so. But yeah, they did all my blood work. They did a ton of blood work. And it's all clear. They did several chest x-rays. Like epinephrine? I don't know. I've never had epinephrine, so I wouldn't know. So everything's clear. The doctor just said that my bronchioles are not healing. And so she gave me like this crazy dose of prednisone. And so I pretty much spend my entire day not talking so that I can save up my voice for like the important stuff. Which today is you guys. Look at how cute that little flower is. I really like it. Okay, so I'm gonna put my pencils back in here. These pencil stadiums are really fun. If you don't have one, you need one. They also hold paintbrushes and other other fun things. Whatever you decide. I'm gonna use my white pencil. Okay. Yeah, mine makes me shaky whenever I use it, and I'm supposed to be using it like 3 or 4 times a day, but obviously I'm not doing that because it makes me so shaky. Like shaky enough that I could thread a sewing machine without turning it off kind of thing. Super duper scary. I don't like it. All right, so I think for my dad's I'm gonna use this Celtic circle because I'm just gonna go and kind of mask off that little flower with it. Of course, Mary, you pop on the one time I'm using like ghetto brushes and not your brushes. I see how you are. Okay, so just a cute little thing. Maybe I'll do this side too. Somebody sent me these little brushes in a package, and so that's why I'm using them. So if you sent me these in the package, I'm not making fun of them, calling them ghetto brushes. But you know who you are, and you call them ghetto brushes. So that's why. That's where I got the name from. I do hear they make a bitty blender for that. I need to buy more bitty blenders because I don't have enough colors, or enough of them for all of my colors. So, yes. You're about to see one of my other favorite Rabbit Hole Designs tools that's not an official Rabbit Hole Designs tool, Mary. Boom. It's my favorite. I had Mary send me this ruler just because I loved it. I begged her for one. All right. So we have 2 down. 8 to go. I don't know. Let's see. Nope. So there's my parents. Those ones are done. I know, right? It is the best thing. Okay, so moving on to the next one. And I don't think that anybody knows about this. You take your glue holder and you put your essentials in it. I have my tweezers and my scissors and my ruler, and it's perfect in the little glue holder. So pick up some glue holders. Okay, so I've used this one. Ooh, maybe I'll use those. That looks like a fun idea. So let's grab another tag. Are you guys still with me? You want to do another one? Or am I boring you to tears? I'm coughing in your ears. I kind of want to make these purple like morning glories. They sort of look like morning glory buds to me. More. Do more, do more. I don't know why I felt the need to do that, but hey. Oh, super cute. So I didn't even pull down my purple pencils, so I'm going to color the green part first, and then I'll grab my purple pencils. Oops, don't stick together, magnets. Okay, so I have some dark green and some medium green, and I'm gonna go with like super fluorescent green because that sounds like fun to me. Okay, so again, I'm gonna start super light pressure, circular motion for the bottom of these. Mary, what are you doing for Easter? An espresso tool holder. I like that it's the glue holder because then it's one item doing double duty. And I know you're gonna say, she said duty. Because I know you. Hi, Christina. I know I just got a text from you, but I haven't read it yet. I love watching these colors develop and pop on this paper. It's so pretty. Oh, maybe I should read it. Nope, that's what she said. Kids go to their moms for the second half of spring break. Oh. No, I'm taking Christina's money. And then I have to mail her things. There's no clandestine activity. It's an exchange of money for product. It's just personal and not business. Christina, does the Easter Bunny visit the doggies too? It's my favorite pencil sharpener, and I will not say that brand name of it. I got it at Blick, so there you go. But the brand name is fairly inappropriate, unless you're German, I guess. So there's that. They try to find Peyton's eggs too. That's not shocking. We decided we're going to do an adult Easter egg hunt this year. Since my child is the youngest of the grandchildren, he's 16, so there's that. He is going to hide Easter eggs for the adults, and the adults are going to go do an Easter egg hunt. And the adults will win things like lottery tickets and $2 bills, because I went to the bank today, and things like that. Yes. Everybody's, so Mom, don't listen to this because it'll ruin your surprise, but everybody's Easter basket has their favorite beverage. So wine or margaritas, or in my cousin's case, iced tea. And in Evan's case, iced tea. Or my uncle, he got a Pepsi because he's a Pepsi drinker. So they have that, and then they all got a chocolate bunny and a Cadbury cream egg. And then I'm making these little tags to put on them. Okay, let me grab my purple pencils. Yes, I have a pencil holder for all of them. This is my very special luminance pencil. It's the same pencil as this, but it's all that's left of it. What did you give up? What was the most coveted thing for you? We don't do Lent. I was raised in a Bible church, and so Lent was not a thing for us. So I'm always curious when people say what they give up. My friend in high school used to always give up Pepsi for Lent. It was like always her thing. Because she loved her Pepsi. I gave up adulting, right? 2 fingers of scotch. Good for you. never really was a Scotch drinker. Maybe I just haven't had any good Scotch. Do you like it iced or cut in any way? Or do you like just straight up, right out of the decanter, perfect Scotch? Do you do single malt? Neat and gone. Well, there you go. No dirty, dirty Scotch for you, huh? So, I think that one of my callings in life was going to be a bartender because I absolutely love mixing drinks. Like, love mixing drinks. It's so fun for me. And I wish that I could go to like mixology class for like no reason at all. And I would not have a problem. Like, I'm not a heavy drinker and I'm not tempted by drinking. I like to have a cocktail or two because I like the flavor. But after that, I'm done. I like to enjoy the ambiance of the cocktail and the flavor. So like wine or a cocktail. And I'm not interested in any other aspect. I don't like getting drunk or anything like that. I mean, if you do, that's cool. I'm not saying anything. But I'm just saying that, like, I would not be a terrible bartender because I would not be drinking all my tips. But, like, when we have family gatherings and stuff, I absolutely love mixing drinks. And I could stand there all day and mix random drinks all day. I don't know why. Yeah, Saturday evening cocktail is perfect. My husband and I will usually share a bottle of wine. Or a bottle of wine lasts, between the two of us, it usually lasts for 2 days. Unless my parents are here, and then more is consumed. But in my defense, I am from Northern California, so I'm from the Napa Valley, and my husband did do vineyard development, so, I mean, my dad used to grow grapes and stuff, so it's kind of in my DNA. It's also probably not a great thing when you're on medication for bronchitis. I'm not on antibiotics anymore, though, so, and I haven't been on antibiotics for quite some time now. These are kind of pretty flowers. Bailey's in my coffee. That does not sound terrible, Amanda. Although, I do like mimosas. However, my sister mixes hers like 2/3, probably even better, 3/4, 7/8 champagne, and a splash of orange juice. And I don't like it quite that strong. That's super cute. I like this. Okay, so now I'm going to grab another stencil. I used that one. Mary Jane. Am I making you cringe, Mary, that my stencils have enough sticky on them to still stick? I do wash them. Every once in a while. Oh yeah, what was that, Christina? I wish you weren't ditching us for the retreat and you could bring that. Oh, that's super pretty. I really like that one. Okay, so I think this one's gonna be my cousin Janice. If I can remember. I always am afraid that I'm gonna spell her name wrong, so I always double check it. Janiece. I was gonna spell it right. Okay, so back to my tape. Does this give you guys any ideas, like, on how you can use these flowers without having to 3D them? And things that you can do. Where did my little scratch piece of paper go? There it is. Oh, and then I threw it on the ground because I'm super special. Thank you. There we go. There's Janice's. Oh, trying to pull the back off of the pen. It's already off there. So I have 3. Let's see, what should I do next? Let's do the cyclamen, or I mean the clematis. Tammy, I forgot you were here. You're so quiet. This will probably have to be my last one because obviously I've started coughing again. Tammy, did you check flights? Was everything too crazy? There's a couple of spots open for the retreat, so if anybody wants to be a last-minute retreat attendee, please feel free to join us. We would love to have you there. It's the Marker Madness Retreat, and it's coming up not this Easter weekend, but the following weekend. And sometimes when you're last minute, you can find flights like wicked cheap. And Tammy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you're flying from Seattle-ish area. And so sometimes you can find really, really cheap flights. I can't remember if you fly from Seattle or somewhere else. Okay, so this one's going to be fun. I chose this one because I wanted to be able to do a multiple colored one. So I'm going to start in the center with this dark pink. So you would be flying into the Boise International Airport, and it is a full weekend of fun, fun, fun. Food included. You must bring your own markers. And the retreat is being held at the hotel that you would be staying at. So no need for extra transportation or anything like that. The retreat is also in a shopping center, or that hotel is also in a shopping center that has Michael's and Hobby Lobby and Target and Dutch Brothers and a few other there's a Sonic. Yes, I'm about to use a couple of those too for the manly ones, except for my dad's, because my dad really loves flowers. But if I put a flower on my son's, he'd probably get mad at me. There's an Olive Garden, there's a Best Buy, a Kohl's, a Bed Bath, or not a Bed Bath Beyond, a Bath and Body Works. Costco, Chick-fil-A, Sonic, Crumble Cookies, Blaze Pizza, TGI Fridays, Habit Burger, TJ Maxx, Burlington Coat Factory, Petco, PetSmart. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there. It's pretty awesome. Oh, it just started to rain here. My mom is making treats for everybody. So you'll get Mickey's homemade goodies that everybody requested. So that's super fun. I think it's cute that everybody wanted my mom to cook or to bake. And then, of course, we have a ton of sponsors for the retreat that Joy worked her butt off getting sponsors. So big, big thank you to Joy for working her patukas off. Karen Markers is sponsoring. Gina K is sponsoring. Miss Moss Gifts is sponsoring. The Sassy Club is sponsoring. The Ton. This calls for confetti. Whimsy, stamps. Joy, remind me of more. Just so many good sponsors. I really love, Scrappy Boy Stamps, Tall Mouse, Photoplay Paper, did I say the ton? The ton? Like just so many good. Aw, little bullet. Look at how cool that is when you pull some of that pink out into the white. It's so beautiful. Isn't that fun? So pretty. I like to kind of smear them together a little bit before they set, so it really drives home that overlap of color. Archie, did you see my hand jump? He totally scared me. So fun. I'm doing the yellow at the end because I do not want it to get that pink in it. There we go. All right. And then we're going to grab one more stencil. Let's use this lovely mandala. This is the mandala, or one of the mandalas that I created. Thanks, Mary Jane. I knew I was going to do that. That's okay. I'm just going to come in like this. There. I have no problems with that. Okay. And then what do you think of the old markers? Which old markers? not sure which old markers you are referring to. Oh, are you talking about Olo markers? Yeah, I'm not a fan of Olo markers. I think that they need a little bit more development, and they will be a real contender. But I think as of yet, the things that they are promising are not quite there. They are not exactly what the price point they promise them to be. Is not exactly cheaper, like they're saying, than Copic markers. So, oh, hi, Jay. So here's my first 4 tags. Obviously I have 6 more left to go. But they won't all be this intricate because, like I said, my son and my cousin won't want flowers on theirs, so I will be using the geometrics. So I guess we could do a couple of those really fast, because those aren't going to be difficult. Yeah, the investment that it would require to switch over, I think, Tracy, especially for somebody like you who has all of them, is going to be way too difficult, way too much. Additionally, it is, I don't know a nice, like, PC way to put this. They promise a certain amount of things with their ink delivery system. And this is why I said they need a little bit more development. It is not exactly as they promise. So they tell you to not put the caps back on as you're using your Olo markers, because the continuous capping and uncapping creates like a suction, which will make your marker blob. So there's not a lot of control on the ink of said markers, because you should not have to do that. And theoretically, you're letting a lot of air get to your nib. They're also telling you that you can use that ink cartridge all the way down to the bottom. And I have had several talks with them. It's not, I mean, this is not just conjecture. It's a little bit conjecture, but it's a little bit research as well. So just take it for what you will. There is a certain amount of non-control that you have because of using all of the ink in that cartridge. So when they tell you to use all of the ink in that cartridge, that you get more ink because you get to use everything that's in the cartridge. Well, I mean, that is true. But then if you're using all of that, you are drying your nib out by using every little bit of ink that is in that cartridge. So you're not only replacing the cartridge, but you're now replacing your damaged nib as well, because you've run it all the way to dry. So that's going to end up costing you long run. So yeah, exactly. So again, I would like to say they have a good idea, and they have the opportunity to give Copic a run for their money, but they're just not quite there yet. And that's okay. I mean, that's all right. So I'm just adding some shadow to this to add a little bit of interest, since there won't be a flower on it. So there's several other issues, but I won't go into, you know, super duper detail and marker geek out on you guys. But know that if you have already started collecting Copics, it would be my suggestion that you continue to collect Copics. I have several friends who have mixed results. Right? I have several friends who have mixed results on the Olo marker scenario. And so I would not just haphazardly go. And I have actually used them myself and colored with them myself. I do not like how much and how quickly the ink flows. It just does not do it for me. I like to have more control over my ink. So I'm going to move this one down here because my cousin's name is Melvin, but we always call him Mo. So this one is for cousin Mo. Thank you, Amanda. I try to just be honest, and I try to go out and use all the things so that you guys know. Because not everybody has the opportunity to start using, you know, the latest and greatest things that are on the market. And so I want you guys to have that capability. Where did I, oh, there it is. Or at least have that knowledge come at you somehow without costing you a whole bunch of money. So that's why. These tags, Jay, are for Easter baskets that I have made for my family for Easter. I'm going to stamp that one again. I just want it to be darker. Excuse me. I'm just using pieces out of all of our flower sets and showing you what you can do with them, other things you can do with them. This one's going to be super plain because it's for my kiddo, and he's not a fan. Do you love my teeny tiny little pencil here? Funsies. Okay, I gotta find a stencil for his. And I think for his, I'm gonna use the Manly Mandala. Because it kind of like geometrically goes. It just works. I've decided that I'm going to play this one safe and I'm going to tape it down. even though I have an ever so slight bit of pixie spray on the back of it. So you can make a lot of things out of a couple of stamp sets and a couple of stencils. And even using all the quote-unquote feminine flower sets, you can make some pretty masculine things. I mean, check that out. I think it's really cool. I like it. Everybody's gonna get a tag except for me because I don't want to make my own tag. I can see you now. Hi, Cheryl. Okay, so this one's gonna be for my kiddo. There we go. So I think my voice is about to give out for the day and I'm starting to cough. So I guess that is all of our Floral Friday that we're gonna get today. So thank you guys for joining me. Archie needs a tag. Archie gets everything. Here's the ones that I have made. So I hope you guys liked that. I hope you enjoyed a little bit different Floral Friday. A little bit low key because, you know, not doing so hot here, but hey, that's all right. And I got 6 of them done, so I only have 4 left. That's if I include myself, so hooray for that. So again, thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully, if my voice holds out, and we will do something fun. So have a good evening and have a great weekend. Happy Easter if I don't see you. Toodles!